What a goober.
Oh, Nikki. All right, go ahead. Wait. All right.
Her body like the Wild Wild West. What if you done wild out, yeah? Riding in a big God bless. She's all inferno. It's a hell of a time.
Hello and welcome to the Sunday Funday podcast, the official podcast for Wild Wild West Fantasy Baseball. I'm your host today, Alien Arms, Chillipet, Cuneiforms, Milkman, creator of the Allen Challenge, alongside our co-salesman on the Bubble Gut Blender Boys, Mr. Austin Hardly Lose and Lord Fat Meat himself. Fellas, how are we doing?
Tired, but we're doing good.
Amen.
Fantastic.
Same here. I'm literally covered in sweat and sands from my game. Had to hop on here and finish this. This is literally the last second we're going to do it. Obviously, super excited. Episode number 12. Season finale of the standing series. And you know the drill. From worst to first to discuss the offseason and life outside the lines leading up to our draft. Less than 3 days from today.
3 days.
Yep.
Let's go.
Today's episode is brought to you by cheating in the draft pick choice. Shout out to Dawson's father on rigging that for him. That being said, let's go ahead and introduce today's guest, our 2023 regular season first place finisher and our 2023 playoff champion, Mr. Nice Guy, Dawson Taylor. Dawson, how we doing today?
Doing very well, boys. I'm always doing well. I'm doing well. I was doing well before this. Now I'm just through the roof. I've been through the roof for about a whole off season, and I'm ready to run it back.
Awesome.
That's for sure.
So we'll start things out how we usually do. Tell us how life's going for you outside of fantasy baseball.
Life is amazing. Life is always amazing. I'm getting married in 3 months, so life is even more amazing. Yeah, I have no complaints. No complaints at all. Cats are about to make a run starting tomorrow. That's going to be a nice refresher from the last few years. And then we got baseball in a week from tomorrow. So real baseball, not this bullshit over in Korea. But we will be going, and it's that time. So I'm doing great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Go ahead and flip
And
it
we
all
get to
over
be with the boys. Get to be with the boys in about fucking 40 hours from now. We'll be on the first tee, Austin. So
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Starting the festivities off.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's talk a little fantasy baseball. My question to you,
Thanks.
Dawson, is it's clear that you have two really, really amazing keeper possibilities between
Mhm.
Ellie and Bobby, as we all know.
Yeah.
And my question is how hard has it actually been deciding between the two, or has it kind of just been an easy decision all along on keeping Ellie?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Ellie is obviously my guy. I'm a massive Reds fan. I will always be a massive Reds fan, no matter. Even if they never win a playoff series in my lifetime, I will still always be a massive Reds fan. That being said, it has been, I have had Bobby since the day he stepped foot in this league. So, I discovered him, as we like to say here. And, so that's 2 full years. And it definitely makes me emotional to think about not having Bobby on the squad anymore. But at the same time, Ellie, that value of Ellie at, 289, pick 289, compared to Bobby at pick 17, or what I did have when I first got my picks was pick 24, The value on Bobby is still out of this world. But if Ellie can not just not fucking strike out, if he can just not strike out, he's going to be unstoppable. Unfortunately, through the end of last year and all of this spring. Again, that has not been the case. He has been striking out. But if he's not striking out, he is either walking or getting a hit. So he's pretty much impossible to get out if he can put the ball in play. So I think the ceiling is there, and I think the floor is there, even though he still might have some strikeout problems. I think the floor is there to where the value is just not worth passing up the possibility. So, and especially now that I've moved up to 15, which I kind of forgot about because I just said 17 a second ago. I know that the second best hitter that I'm going to have is going to be absolutely filthy as well. So if Ellie does, for whatever fucking ungodly foreseen reason, come out and just flop, I will be, I should be set still. So we'll see.
So is this a
Write that shit down.
announcement to the league that you will not be taking Strider, or is this a bluff?
I'm not planning to take Strider. I have told multiple people. I have a couple hitters in mind. Which I plan. Carlin has the 4 picks in front of me, so I plan on them fucking that up in some way. And so I should be fine. If my calculations are correct, I should be okay. But we'll see. I would not mind in the slightest Spencer Strider at that spot. I would not mind in the slightest. But at the same time, I think I'll be okay. Strider's my boy. He was a integral part of that championship last year, whole season. So I love Spencer Strider.
Can't tell if you're gaslighting us or not, but we'll take it.
Oh, no, I do love Spencer Strider. He's my man. He's always been my man.
So, just if you are interested, I do have the 23 if you want to get back at the back end of the second round, and I won't require the 15. So, just in case you do want to keep Bobby, I think that'd be fun to throw a little screwball in the draft.
It would be very fun. I would not mind having the 2 best players.
Nicky's only here for chaos.
The keeper would be the 15. It wouldn't be the
Nicky
23.
is here for chaos. Nicky's very much here for chaos, but
It is true. It's the highest pick in the round.
Well, he can still maneuver that maybe to like a 11, 12, or even a 9 with you.
Yeah, we can move up to the 9.
So then he doesn't have to.
yeah.
All right, let's keep the hypotheticals off the pod, guys. Come on.
We
now.
got 3 days until we see what happens.
I would just want Bobby to be kept so badly for chess purposes, but I digress.
I might draft Bobby.
Bobby is absolutely out of this world. Incredible. It's sad to see him go. I think if on his best career high, Ellie will have a better season than Bobby's best season, but we'll see.
Hope so.
Sounds like a bold take. So my question is, how long did it take for you, your father, and Michael Coates to code the draft pick randomizer and rig it for you and the communist?
Okay, so I had seen – so that is the website that my dad's fantasy football league uses to determine their draft order every year. So I had seen it used once or twice before, but I had never used it for my own fantasy league. And it was not even my idea to do that. So I take zero responsibility.
That was a smirk the whole time.
It was not. And if you go back and watch the video, my horse was like damn near in last until about
No, he wasn't.
Until about halfway through, he was like damn near last, and then all of a sudden he just took off. So
He was a full furlong ahead of everybody.
no, he wasn't. Go watch the video. If we can add it in here.
Whether or not that is true, it's kind of irrelevant because if you all coded the website, then it could have just.
If we coded the website,
you're making my point. Oh,
yeah,
no,
if we coded the website, you're right. If we coded the website, we could have done anything. Yeah, if we coded.
All right, my real question is: so you were the first regular season first place and playoff champ that we've had since inception of the Wild Wild West. I don't know. We don't have Mild East stats. We don't care about that.
Right.
So can I hear you elaborate a little bit on that run to both finish atop the regular season and finish off the playoffs on top?
Yeah, absolutely. So that run was, first off, it was incredible. I want to see, let's see if does the league history on the app show your schedule from the past year? Probably does
I'm not sure.
Probably does not.
I specifically would like you to get into, because you see some managers really go all out for regular season wins and fade out in the playoffs. You see guys squeak into the playoffs, hoarding rosters, just trying to make their playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
Just how you're able to juggle both.
Yeah, so, well, if you remember that what you just announced was kind of me for a little while, right? So like three out of the last 5 full seasons, not counting 2020, the bullshit year. So 2018, 2019, 2021, 22, 23. I've finished top 2 regular season in 3 of those 5 seasons. 18 and 19, I finished second regular season, and last year I finished first. Now, I learned valuable lessons in those first 2 because I did a lot of Sunday trades to win those regular season matchups. And by the time the end of the season came, I didn't have an army to go to the playoffs with. Then in 2021, I tried a new strategy, which we all remember was the trio, if you guys remember that, where things started out great. And we were 9-2-2, and then
you ran out of Sunday trade people.
And then Tatis, Acuna, and DeGrom all went out for basically the whole fantasy season within like a week and a half, 2 weeks of each other, and it was just fucking straight downhill from there. And so I had that game against Nikki, where it was the second to last week of the regular season, and I forgot to bench my players after I had the matchup won. And then Judge and LeMahieu, I think, went 0 for 9 on Sunday Night Baseball, if I remember correctly. And I lost average by like 0.00 whatever, and then lost the next week to miss the playoffs. So that was my last real attempt to try and change up what I was doing. So I kind of reverted back to build an army like I did in 18 and 19, but I stopped doing Sunday trades last year, and it kind of worked out. You know, I wasn't forcing Sunday trades. You know, if somebody offered me one and I thought it was beneficial, then maybe, but I didn't go out searching for them, and things just kind of rolled. If you look at my roster from last year, I had a ton of players that I drafted draft day. So mostly on the hitting side, but a few pitchers or a couple pitchers.
So,
Alan?
Yep. First of all, Dawson, I do want to congratulate you again on the outstanding season.
Thank you, buddy.
As Nick said, no one's done it before. First place championship. Also, crazy stats. The first time you've won a playoff matchup.
Absolutely.
Ended up winning all the way. My question for you is, what are you going to do? What's your game plan to get the first ever Wild Wild West back-to-back championship? Are you going to be doing anything different? Are you going to keep things the same? Where are we at?
So the day-to-day strategy, I don't think anybody in the league would refute this. My day-to-day managerial stuff is kind of top-notch. So my day-to-day strategy is going to stay the same. I think I figured out the season-long strategies after last year. So I think, yes, in that sense, most of the strategy is going to stay the same. I am, based on my picks, I'm kind of forced to do a little bit of a slightly different route than I went last year. But I'm very confident that my starting team is going to be better than my starting team has been in maybe every year, maybe ever. So the team that I start with is going to be great. So
Follow-up question for you. Sorry, go ahead.
What did you say?
No, you go ahead.
I said I do plan on running it back. I do plan on it.
Okay. Follow-up question for you. Considering this was your first playoff winning appearance, without any disrespect, can we assume that this could potentially be a fluke, as you've only won one season in the playoffs?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So, no, I wouldn't say that we could consider it a fluke because, at the end of the day, the playoffs, although different, it's still, a week-to-week game, right? You got to think of the playoff week as the same strategy that you play as the week before. And, I think maybe Coates has a better overall record in the Wild Wild West era. I think it's me or Coates in the regular season. Maybe 1.5, maybe a game or two split.
It might be you, actually.
Yeah, my way or his. So, I think as long as I keep my daily strategy, you got to think. I think it was 2018. What was the year Carlin won the championship?
Who cares?
21.
2021. 2021, I think I played him in the first round, and he put up like 22 or 23 bombs, like some crazy shit. And then same thing happened in one of the 2019 or 18 years. So, at that point, it comes down to
you did not make the playoffs. Sorry to cut you off. You did not make the playoffs in 21.
21. Or yeah, okay, yeah. So 18 or 19. And then 2022, my team was just not good at the end of the year. My team wasn't good. We made the playoffs, but, it wasn't anything to write home about. I made a few bad trades that year at the end of the year. And, sometimes I hit most of my trades, but sometimes they go bad. And that year I had a couple of bad ones. So,
yep. First round loss to Coates in 22, the eventual champion.
Yes, the eventual champion, yeah. And then, I think last year I figured I finally cracked the code, and I took out that guy trying to go back-to-back champion. So
it sounds like the years prior you just had some Brock rub off on you, which is unluckiness.
Maybe in a playoff matchup or two, but no, last year, 2022, no, my team just wasn't good at the end of the year. I wasn't able to compete with Coates' team that year in the playoffs. Not even a chance.
Yep. Last year you ended the regular season with 5 straight wins.
Last year, yeah. 5 straight wins, and I think I only lost. I think
probably because Eddie Rosario.
I think I only lost one of the last 13 or 14 weeks. And it was to Carlin. The stretch before that, so right before that, one of the last 16 stretch was Nicky and his co-manager Colton beat me, and then I didn't lose again until I played Carlin like 6 weeks before the season ended, and then I finished with 5 straight regular season wins and then 2 playoff wins. It was good. It was good. That semifinal against Henry, I will always have that beating and knocking him out to go to the championship. That was very fun, but that was a tight matchup. That
5-4-1
up against Henry. What?
5-4-1.
5-4-1. Yeah, that was a tight ass matchup. I whooped Coates' ass. The commish Coates in the championship. So that was nice and relaxing. But My asshole was tight during that fucking matchup with Henry in the semifinals. That was tight.
Super cool, quick fact for you before we flip it over to the Sneetch's question. Dawson, you led the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, and average by a long shot, which just shows absolute dominance. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah. Some would say, including myself, that this might be the greatest team ever assembled in the Wild Wild West.
We appreciate that, but the goal is to not let my head get blown up. I gotta stay down. I gotta stay hungry. So if I'm gonna have any chance to go back to back, this league is full of probably some of the highest quality fantasy baseball managers, and I know we're in the Wild West, but at least east of the Mississippi. So we'll see. But
just don't pull a John Calipari.
Definitely not going to pull a John Calipari, and I'm definitely not going to pull a Chuck Johnson where you go to the championship and then the next year win one game. So
you get absolutely bodied.
Yeah.
10-0.
Ended that man's career.
That's definitely not going to be me. That has killed that man's career. I think
he thinks that he's my daddy, but let's be real.
Yeah, but Chuck is the man. He's actually kind of fixed my golf game a little bit, so stepping that up here. So I got to.
Who's lining each other up?
Got to give him credit there. So,
who's lining each other up, and that was the.
They take turns.
He's definitely told me to. He's helped not where I lined up, but I needed to step away from the ball a little bit on my drives. But we're cooking now, so I'm excited.
I'm excited to see you play Friday.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, me too. Friday's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be an early morning. I gotta get to Chuck's at 6:45 in the morning, but we're coming. We're coming. It's gonna be a weekend. Ooh, it's gonna be a weekend. Can't wait. It's gonna be so fun.
All right, Nikki.
All right, the fucking Sneetch is time.
The Sneetch question could not have been addressed more in every single thing that has been said already.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll still read it quote for quote. Dawson, last year you assembled the most dominant roster in league history. That was touched on. Finally breaking through for your first finals appearance and playoff win. That was touched on.
Mm-hmm.
Before last season, you had a reputation of struggling in the playoffs. That was touched on. What was this switch? What was the flip of the switch, and what will you do to maintain that momentum and continue success from last year's championship?
Okay, so let's run it back, baby.
Hold on. Before you go, hold on. Before you go, I just would like to apologize. I did not read the script beforehand, and I did not know that this the Sneetch's question was basically everything that I've already touched on.
That's okay. I don't blame you, Arms. You're a great interviewer. This is all good. So we're gonna run it back. Okay, so we got the Ronald Acuna Jr. coming back to the squad. Does anybody know who that is? You guys know who that is?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him? Yeah, he's pretty good. Unfortunately, my Chinese Acuna jersey is taking a month and a half to get here, so it's not gonna be here by draft day. But
hate to see
it.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, it's a pain, but it's okay. It'll be here when it gets here. Anyways, so we got him. He's gonna be a god, Mr. Ellie De La Cruz coming back. We have my managerial skills, my day-to-day and regular season managerial skills. We're going to be right there. All I got to do is capitalize.
And we have your 15th pick, which is...
My 15th pick. Which
Devers.
is maybe Devers.
Maybe
Devers. Maybe
Vladdy.
Maybe Vlad.
I don't know, the cover of the show curse.
Maybe Jordan if Carlin fucks up.
He's taking Jordan.
Maybe Riley if Carlin fucks up.
He's taking him.
We'll see. We never know. Not Chris Carlin.
Well, we'll see what happens with Connor, actually.
This is why you're supposed to keep Bob, and then Chuck keeps Riley. I keep Tatis, and then everyone's skull fuck.
Or I get or I get Devers and Ellie instead of just Bobby alone.
I
Cool.
agree with the last
I
round
can't-
pick
I
value.
can't pass that up.
Yeah,
Can't
it
pass
makes
that.
too much sense. Nicky just wants stupid shit to happen.
I want Bobby too.
For sure.
Bobby and Ellie, or Bobby and Ronald, that would be absolutely ridiculous. I'd be back to the Junior Giants again. But we're tailor-made now. We're tailor-made. I have officially claimed the name TaylorMade because I have proclaimed myself the Taylor of the league. With my regular season championship to go with my tied for Connors. As I've now tied how many championships we have in the Wild West era of this league, I have claimed that TaylorMade name for myself.
All right, well, let's get into your top three, bottom three. It was a struggle trying to come up with something, but this maybe sound kind of basic, but it's like a two-parter.
I love that.
The first one is stuck in a zombie apocalypse. Who are the three league members that you would want to actually help you fight them off, and who are the three that you would just leave? Leave them alone, let them go.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Orms is a zombie himself, so I'm taking him number one.
Let's go.
I'm taking Big Boy Henry as well. He might be a zombie too. I'm not sure. Henry might be a zombie as well. Let's see. And then, let's see. A zombie apocalypse. I can use Carlin as bait for the zombie, so I'm gonna put him in my top three as well. So we'll go Orms, Henry, and Carlin in the top three. My bottom three, Colton would feed me to the zombies first, so I'm gonna put him in my bottom three. Like he threw me under the bus during the game night. Let's see. Who else would be in my bottom three? Connor. I still haven't fully forgiven. I have forgiven him for the trade thing, but I haven't fully ever started trusting him again. So I wouldn't have him there. I need one more for my bottom three. One more. I'm gonna put. God. I'm gonna put Coates in here as well. I'm gonna put Coates in my bottom. I feel like Coates has never fought a thing in his life. So, he's way too nice.
Communist.
Yeah, so all right. So yeah, that's gonna be my top three and bottom three.
All right,
I took
and
everything
then,
not to put Brock in that bottom three.
I was literally just like about to just spit it out. I was
waiting
like,
for it. Part two of it, does it change who is with you and who is without you if you're stuck on an island?
Wait, say that again.
If you're stuck on an island, does your top three, bottom three change?
Does it change?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was stuck on an island, I would definitely want to probably put Colton in my top three and not in my bottom three. Colton and I lived together for 2 years, and we got very close over those 2 years. Colton's the man, so I would like him there with me as well.
Who are you taking out then?
Taking out?
Got to take somebody out.
Who was my original top three?
Henry, Allen, and Carlin.
No offense, Orms, I would take you out.
none taken.
I love all of you guys, though.
All right.
Well,
Allen?
yep, rounding third, heading home on our season finale here. Dawson, end us off with a bang here. We need to hear some bold predictions for the 2024 season.
Okay. So, number one, I am going to run it back. I'm very confident in that. So, that's number one. If you consider it bold.
And that is bold. It's never happened
That is
before.
bold.
Yep, never happened once.
So there's one. Number two. Let's see. I think Henry's going to miss the playoffs.
This is a hot one
Popular,
this year.
bold take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to join in on that slander. I'm very excited to see how he does this year. Obviously, he benefited the most from Q's. Some other people benefited as well, but he took an extreme advantage of that situation. So I'm very excited to see how he does without him in the league. If I want to try and think of one that's not been said a lot.
Let's hear your playoff predictions.
Okay. All right. So myself, I definitely don't think Connor will miss the playoffs. I definitely don't think Nikki will miss the playoffs 2 years in a row. That just sounds absurd. So me, Connor, Nikki, Coates is going to make the playoffs. So that leaves Granberry. You know, we got the best rivalry in the league. You know, as far as managers go. So he'll probably make it. I think Hardly's still on an incline. Last year was what, 7 seed last year?
Yeah, I was fighting for like 3 or 4 for a while, and then just kind of fell off at the end.
So maybe Hardly stays course a little longer. Maybe he ends up with a 6 seed, maybe a 5 seed. Maybe wins a first playoff game. Like we said, you know, I just had my first playoff win last year, so you never know. But let's see. So that leaves Carlin, Colton. I would like to say Colton's going to make the playoffs, but I just don't see it in his first year. I just don't see it. Maybe if he watches a lot more baseball, but I don't know. I just don't see it his first year. Orms, are you going to make the playoffs this year?
Of course. I'm on a straight up incline. I bounced off the bottom so hard.
Haven't you been near the top the last couple of years?
I was in the bottom the last couple of years. But
No, last
last
year you weren't in the bottom.
Last season I did not have a single day outside of the playoffs.
He had a good year.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I think I was peaking around 2nd or 3rd place the whole year until I ended the season with a skid and landed 5.
Okay, yeah, Orange is going to make the playoffs. He's not going to be the 7 seed, but he'll make the playoffs.
Is that 7 there?
That's 7.
All right. So then you left out Brock,
Yeah.
Carlin, Colton, Henry,
Chuck.
and Chuck. So who's finishing last?
Who's finishing last out of those? Oof. You know, it was hilarious, right? When Chuck tried to say I had the worst team in the league last year after the draft. that was a day. That was a day, man. I was cackling. That was awesome. But he's probably not going to come in last. I don't think Brock's going to repeat last. I just don't see him jumping from last place to playoffs, even though I don't remember him missing too many playoffs before that last place last year. But I'm gonna go Chuck last place. But Chuck.
You just said he's not going to finish last.
I think he's going to finish last.
Man, poor Chuck.
Awesome.
That's coming from a close friend too. It's tough.
It is coming from a close friend, but it's going to crush me even more because that means Bobby's going to finish in last place. So That's my man. Just helped take me to a championship, win a championship.
Or Julio, because I might take Bobby.
Yeah, or Julio. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Cappuccino.
Bobby's just insane.
I don't have my lighter next to me.
The Royals were fucking ass last year too, and he was still insane. So, I mean, if the Royals can be any better, Bobby's, hasn't even hit his ceiling yet. So.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, we've heard you boast about it plenty enough on the episode and in the group me. Would you like to hold yourself accountable for making a repeat championship?
Holding myself for that?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
I mean, if you want to talk that talk, back it up.
All right, here, I'll make a guarantee that I win another playoff game this year. So I'm at least going to make the semifinals, but I'll make a guarantee that I finish top 3 regular season and make at least the semifinals. If I don't do that, then at the reunion next year. Oh wait, somebody's already doing a round of golf, right?
Connor.
Yeah, Valhalla.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's amazing. I'm not going to be able to top that. All right, at the reunion next year, I will buy everybody 2 rounds of beer at the Red Stadium. That's about like what, $100 for 2 rounds of beer. That might even be more. All right, I'll buy everybody 1 round of beer
and tickets
and nosebleed tickets. That's about $200 worth. If I don't, Jesus, that's a hard ass guarantee.
I mean,
Probably
you're talking it up.
I mean,
That's a
there's
good
been
one.
a lot of crazy ones.
Yeah, but they're mostly like if I miss the playoffs, if I
I mean,
Well,
mine was.
It's up to you.
mine
You can
was
change the
have my
parameters.
playoff
what was
game.
Connor's parameters for the round at
If he didn't
Valhalla?
if he didn't make the playoffs, he would treat the top 3 guys to Valhalla.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing. All right, I'll do if I don't finish,
Maybe it's top 2. I don't know.
I'll do top 4 regular season, and if I don't make the semifinals, top 4 regular season.
A beer and a seat for everybody. No,
A
the
beer and a
playoffs.
seat.
The playoffs.
A beer
Yeah, not
and a
everybody.
in the playoffs. Yes,
Mhm.
everybody in the playoffs.
Awesome. I love it.
Rapid fire top 3. We think you have the best keeper situation. Who's your next 3 best rapid fire? Who do you think people are going to keep?
No, definitely Henry with Bryce Harper in the 10th round.
Yep.
I think that's right up there with Ellie in the 25th round. Bryce
I
Harper.
agree.
If he offered me a swap, I would stick with Ellie, but I think that's right there.
We don't want to hear an explanation.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Okay. All right. Let's see. The other great keepers. I do like Edwin Diaz in the last round, although, I've never been a big stud closer guy. Who are the other keepers? Somebody name off the other keeper.
I'm taking Nolan Jones last round.
Blake Snell.
Blake Snell, where's he at?
Or
No,
Zach,
he's
or
I'm not.
Zach.
I don't know.
TJ Friedel.
No, that's a bad keeper. That's a bad keeper. I
He's
love
not
him.
keeping for
But
good.
Freddie
his
Freeman.
dumbass just hurt his
Ober, Tristan Casas.
Tristan Costas is really good. Where's he's keeping it? Where's he being kept
I
at?
think he's
Last round.
Last round, yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. Okay, that's up there.
Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones
Uh,
last round.
That's huge as well. Yeah, that's huge.
Graham's keeping
Rams keeping CJ Abrams.
CJ Abrams last round. Can't believe I drafted him in the last round and dropped him.
Yeah, that's true too. Where's Nolan Jones going? He's going
He's going in
He's
like
like
the 50s, 60s.
40s.
mid 60s or early 60s, late 50s.
In our league, probably like 40s, 50s.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's really good too. All right. Yeah, that's a strong top 4 keepers right there. They're probably
Maybe
better
Connor
than-
with O'Neal Cruz.
Connor with O'Neal Cruz could be huge too.
If Otani's not playing.
But I mean, is it last round?
Yeah, he got him off a waiver after, or was it a trade?
It's not like
It was a
Actually,
trade. It was a trade. Nikki
It was a
traded
not
him.
like it goes
trade,
out
so
of the
he can't keep him for a last round. I don't think. Then Yeah.
not
That
if
didn't
it was
sound
a
right.
trade and he never got dropped. Then no, he can't.
if he never got dropped, then you can't keep him in his last round.
Right. So no, it's not. That's not nearly as good as the rest of those. But
No.
So yeah, and then what was the other question? Was there another one?
Actually, no. I'm going to ask you advice then, since you're on here and you're the best manager in the league right now. Would you keep Snell in the 16th round, or Eflin in the 22nd?
Snell in the 16th round or Eflin in the 22nd? I mean,
And they're both going about the same range in the drafts.
Yeah, I mean, I think I trust Snell more, even though Cy Young year than some down years that are kind of freaking down for a post Cy Young, and
There's
then
some
all of
bad
a sudden,
ones.
another Cy Young year. So I think Snell is definitely has the higher ceiling. I would probably go Snell for sure in the 16th round. And that Giants now he's got a pitching room, with Logan Webb right next to him. They might be feeding off each other's energy
1-2
this
punch.
year. They might both be raising their levels a little bit. So yeah, no, I think I would go Snell in the 16th over Eflin in the 22nd.
The gaslighting is crazy.
Snell's cold if he's on. Snell's
If
disgusting.
he's on, he's
If
got some of the
Smell.
best pitching in the league.
Stinky.
I don't know. I was kind of hating.
I mean, there was one point last year I almost dropped him.
Yeah, I was
I
kind
mean,
of.
the first half of the season he was terrible.
Yeah, no, he's nasty. He's very nasty.
All right. Well, we're approaching 42 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate you all coming on. Dawson, again, congratulations. This is your curtain call. If you have anything else to say, you can say it right now.
Anything else to say? I cannot talk about how much, or I can't say how excited I am for this weekend. Fucking run through the schedule real quick. We got golf. We got March Madness starting. We got our own pickup after that. Then we got poker. Then we got more March Madness. Then the next day we got the punishment. Then we got more March Madness. Cats going to be playing their second round on Saturday. Then we got the fucking draft. This weekend's going to be amazing. Look forward to it every year. And then this league is actually fucking incredible. So, no, I got no other words besides that. Good luck this year, boys. And don't let me do it again. So, and don't let me get all my guys in the draft this year.
Awesome. Sounds good. Fellas,
I love
well
you guys.
done. Well done.
Here we go.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.